So a few weeks ago, my wife and I went down to Merida, Mexico to check on our home's construction. And as most of you know who follow this channel and who subscribe to it, we have had it's been a long journey. By the time this thing is completed, it will be about 2 years from the date that we actually closed on the property. And it is in the Chenbec neighborhood, close to Parque de la Majorada, in the beautiful city of Merida, Mexico, in the state of Yucatan. This has been a very, very fun process. And even though in some areas of the house it will look like it's not quite there, we are at the stage now where things are literally flying by. From the point where a week after we got back from this house, more tile had been installed than even I could have imagined. So what you're seeing here is from a couple of weeks ago. This has been a long journey. And for those of you who are new to this channel, I talk about Merida, Mexico, travel and international real estate. And that's just kind of what we're about here. So if you do enjoy this video, by the time you get to the end, please feel free to like and subscribe. And outside of that, we're going to start the journey. Let's roll the intro. All right, so you guys can get a good idea about what I'm talking about. I am going to go from this image to this one. Hi, I'm the little guy in the corner. And by the way, if you'd like to follow the little guy in the corner, always feel free to visit me at these social media links. At Alexander from KC is normally where you can follow me, whether it be on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and the like. At Alexander from KC. Instagram is kind of my main jam, but if you do want to get a hold of me directly, texting me at 816-727-7740 is a very easy way to ask me direct questions. And again, my website is alexanderhowell.com. Just an easy way to hit the contact us page and get to me easily. Also starting to write blog posts on there, so you guys have all free access to that. But before we continue on, I do want to thank all of the Patreons and members of this channel. You have helped me just significantly improve the quality of these videos. So thank you to all of the members of this YouTube channel, of the Patreon. And again, links to that below if you want to be a part of that as well. But let's get to the update. And boy, this doesn't look quite like the most beautiful place in Merida yet, does it? Those are big, beautiful doors. They're about 10 feet tall, but not quite what you'd expect from a video called Our Update, Renovation, something like that. But let's continue on. Okay, so the way that we're going to play this is I'm going to play and explain as we go along, and then we're going to edit out some of just the fluff in it. But for the most part, you're going to see exactly the walkthrough, and the fluff is going to be edited out where I trip up on words. But I will try to pause during those, so let's continue on. So this is the very front door. Something to remind you of is that from the very back of the house, so when we get to the master bedroom, and I'll try to point this out when we're back there too, you will notice an opening where this door is. You will be able to see from the very front door all the way to almost the very back of the property just by those open doors. So it starts here. This is the open door to the street. Let's go. You got to see the front door real quick. Again, sorry. So you'll notice this tile has been removed. These were just black tiles right here. And this is exposing some of the rock behind, or the big rocks that were behind the original walls. This is going to be completed until about this is going to be, I should say, concrete, smooth concrete, like you'll see in the rest of the property, what you see kind of up here. It's going to be that up until a little bit above kind of a baseboard line. And that is because this is the old property. This is not very breathable. And so when you're building in Merida and in several other colonial cities, you will see people that like kind of edge line around, like this is very tall back here, but like they'll edge line around paint and it'll be different paint colors. And the reason they do that is because the moisture will just continue to creep up that wall, and then they'll have to repaint to kind of seal it again. What we're going to do is try to create a layer where the air can get into it, get under it, and help to at least to slightly alleviate that situation. Not 100%, but just something to think about if you're building in a more historic building. It's just one of those things. It's not built like modern construction, like the concrete blocks that you'll see at the rest of the house. This needs air. We're going to try to help that out, and that's what you got. So most of you that have been a part of this, you'll notice that this is the media room. It's going to have a big TV on the back wall, nice big couch, all that kind of stuff. Went over some of the furniture in a previous video. We'll continue to show you even more as we go on, but this is just going to be a big TV room on the main floor. They're going to work backwards. So this will be one of the last, if not the last part of the house that is completed. So same thing with the tile. And wanted to point out our first bathroom Not permanent, but it's there. Positive thing. So this is our main entry. Again, just all the construction materials that you've got. This will be the washer, dryer, kind of just all off room. The washer dryer will be in here. Storage room for things like bicycles and stuff like that. A lot of storage. These ceilings are incredibly tall. You can kind of see that here. But from the TV room to that will be next door. And then that used to be just one big bedroom. This is going to be the courtyard that you'll see. Boom. We have the second story up here, neighbor's house. We're going to build a little bit of a wall there, but this is going to go up 2 stories. Neighbor's house is over here. This will go pretty much a little bit higher than where this green is, just for safety reasons. And then this will go the full 2 stories up, but this will just feel like a giant 2-story courtyard with a water feature back where this stuff was. So that'll be all beautiful and nice. Again, you kind of see this. This is the neighbor's house. They are absolutely awesome. We met them, and if you guys are watching, hello, good to see you again. Can't wait to see you again as well. But we're gonna build this wall up. It looks like just to here to give them a little bit of security, and where the bedroom is on the other side, we're gonna get some security for that bedroom as well. And then the water feature will be on that side. This is the first bedroom. You'll see nice open air. This door to the second bedroom is going to stay. And then you've got a full bathroom in here with double vanity and all that. So that's going to be awesome. And the next bedroom, somebody was staying there to make sure everything was good. The next bedroom is basically a mirror. This is going to be the exact same bedroom, bathroom right in there. And then I believe I kind of tried to back out. Nice view, and then I went, no, probably need to turn around. So right below this thing is about a 10-12 foot drop into one of the wells or cisterns. So I had to turn around. Again, our neighbor's beautiful place right here. This wall is not so pretty, but we're going to kind of clean that up, make it look like more of a historical wall. And then the water feature is going to go where all these bags are here. So that's the end of the first video. All right, guys, so this is the beginning of the second video. So we just saw basically from the front door, the media room, the laundry room, the 2 mirrored bedrooms, the beautiful courtyard that doesn't look as beautiful right now, but I promise you, end product in a couple of months, it's pretty amazing. When you actually were able to look under some of the things that were there, it's pretty incredible what's going to be built. So this is going to be the kitchen and kind of out from there. So here we go. So this is the kitchen. You can kind of see real quick. I should have done this at the beginning. Real quick along here, you can kind of see this rough edge. This is where the initial line of cabinets are going to be. Somewhere in this area is the kind of pantry and refrigerator spot. And then this, which I'm going to zoom on in a second, but this door right here, which I believe they're using as a secondary bathroom. Now I'm worried. But this is actually going to be the pantry. So, you know, bathroom pantry is what it is. But this is a huge pantry here, and then we're trying to figure out what to do with this wall. Give you an idea, this guy's just kind of sitting down at his table. I think he's the guy that was staying there just for security reasons. And then this bar, and the only reason I pointed this out now is so you guys can kind of see it before we continue on. But this bar is actually where those giant windows that you've seen in some of the renderings on the videos of this channel are going to be. So everything from this little support beam over onto this side is kitchen dining. Everything on the other side is open air patio, covered patio, that kind of thing. So here we go. So cabinets on this side. So you see this wall, we've got the pantry, which is awesome, right in the middle of the kitchen. This is the dining room area. You see the chandelier here, some of the lighting over here, and then you see the lighting and electrical for the credenza, and then the rest of this room right here. But this is the dining room area. So if you see it in the pictures that I've showed you via the renderings, that's it. So you go through, it's a nice big area. Again, you can see just how big this support area is, and looking back to the master bedroom, and you kind of see a sneak peek of the pool and the outdoor area. But this outdoor area is all covered and nice, and the sun kind of scrapes it right back here, but for the most part, this is very, very well covered, which should help with the energy consumption of the house as well. So walking out, now we're in the covered patio area. Right here is going to be a nice big bench seat with sunbrella covering and stuff like that. The bathroom, the half bath that's out in the pool area, is right here. And then the pool equipment is all plumbed into this nice little triangle. You see the pool here. which is much bigger than what this looks like. And you'll kind of see it as we go to the back of the property, but you can kind of see the lines that you saw in the renderings for the wall. You see all the greenery, which we'll have our own, but it's nice to kind of see this in other properties as well. But here's the water feature into the pool, which is 4.5 feet deep. This pool in these videos, it just doesn't give it justice. This is a massive pool, and it goes right off the patio. So you know that me and the kids are going to be jumping off of that like crazy. So big spin. So this gives you a nice view of the kitchen and dining room area from the other side. And you see like pantry is behind this wall. You can't really see the front door, but you can kind of see the courtyard and how this airflow is going to work. This is where the dining room table is on the renderings. You can already see where they have built the island. The cabinets are going to go under here. All the cabinets lining this area and the uplighting in these spots over here. One thing that I was actually very excited about, this is the air conditioning spot. It's recessed into the wall. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to provide very nice air conditioning throughout this space. For those of you who followed this channel a lot, you know how much I've talked about that. But anyway, here's the beam. That's where all the windows are going to be. So this is basically going to be able to push out and be one big room. And the airflow from this place, especially when you have the front doors open, was incredible. So we're really, really excited about that. So anyway, island, cabinets, dining room table, bar area back here, and courtyard. What more can you ask for, right? So we'll do a little twisty twist. Thank you, Alex from the past. Here's the pool. Again, green area. Those are the steps going up. The steps weren't built yet, but those are the ones going up. This is going to have some water over there. So this will actually feel like a concrete pad that is floating right around the pool. Some water right there too. Again, nice little view. And then real quick, am I gonna need to go back? Okay. So these are, you can kind of see the edge of this one here, and then going back, these are all concrete pads that go back to the master bedroom. Now, what we decided on this trip was, and you can kind of see the little electrical that's coming out here. This is going to be a wood deck. These are concrete pads. These were supposed to be concrete pads as well. What we've decided is to basically extend this deck over, switch the lights from here to here, so that that deck is extended and it feels a little bit bigger. And then the concrete pads will basically create almost a division of living spaces, where from here back is the part of the living space that is kind of in conjunction with the kitchen and dining area. And then once you pass that area, these concrete pads back here to the patio and then to the master bedroom are basically leading you back into the master bedroom. That was Henry's idea, but definitely a combination of ideas about how we should kind of line out the lights and how we should line out the decking and stuff like that. I think it's going to be fantastic. Over here, you'll also see that this is going to be kind of a garden area. I'm trying to make this more grass than just garden. And then this area over here will probably be pure garden area. So a little bit of area to like play catch with the kids, and then basically aesthetic over here. And you can kind of see the nice rock wall that they built in, which I think is beautiful. So we'll continue on. So you see the master, you see the neighbors area over here where they've kind of built up. We're gonna have to build the wall up a little bit further because my outdoor shower is gonna be very visible to them. So we're gonna build it out a bit more up over here. But I did want to bring your concentration here. So you get done with the concrete pad, and then this is another concrete area, and this will have a huge overhang on the entire side. And so you'll have hammock here, little outdoor furniture, stuff like that. But this is basically the outdoor area specifically for the master bedroom. Back here in the master, you will notice that the concrete walls have been finished. When we get back here, you'll see the tile on the ground. This wire is for the television, which is right in front of the bed, which is going to be right here. And then this is a support column for the for kind of the window structure and for the ceiling structure as well. But this area right here will be kind of covered by bamboo, similar to what you saw that the neighbors have. So we'll continue on. So again, you kind of see, I think I reconcentrate on this, but we're just going to let it go the second time. We had bat scat, gross, right, on these walls. because it gets very dark, obviously. So they have put a couple of lights out here. Once we actually have the lighting, this will become a little bit less of a deal. Once we have the flora on the sides, it'll be less of an issue. But for now, because we don't have much light, because we don't have all the leaves and trees and plants and stuff like that, they put these giant LED lights that are going to kind of help push the bats away. I don't mind bats. I mind the scat that they leave on the side walls. I don't mind bats because they at least get all the mosquitoes and bugs and stuff like that. But these lights are going to help. And that's an OSHA certified ladder right there. So now you can kind of see the floor right here. This is like 8-foot travertine planks. Like there are definitely multiple sizes, but it goes throughout. I mean, there was one back here that was like this entire section. So absolutely wonderful. You can still see some of the concrete is still curing and they'll wait to do anything. And you've got a little layer here, even with the new concrete that's allowing it to air out between the walls. But for the most part, you just see these beautiful travertine planks, which this video doesn't give the color enough credit. Let's break this area down. So this is the master bath area. Let's see if I can, there we go. This is probably a good one. So this is going to be kind of the traveler's closet. So the master bedroom, for the most part, when we Airbnb this place out, it's going to be its own unit. It's going to be on its own, meaning that nobody else is going to be able to get it. Unless we have friends down or family down, basically people that we know will treat that area well. But for the most part, the other side of the property is going to be for normal renters. The master is for our stuff, and it's going to be locked off. That being said, if we do have people down there that we know that have rented from us before, they're going to be able to get the master as well. And this right here is going to be all cabinets for the people in the master bedroom to stay. So this will be able to hold your luggage, all of your stuff. So that's going to be that. And then over here is a complete and total lock off. And this is just for our family stuff. So our clothes, our whatever we have, if we have special foods or liquors or bikes or whatever, at the end of our time staying down there, before we stay down there full time, this is going to be our true lock off room. And you'll see in a second why there's good light in here. So guest, our true lock off, there is a nice little cutoff right there, and there's some nice natural light that comes in. Henry actually had a great idea to drag this all the way down and create even more natural light into that closet. We ultimately decided against it because we thought this wall, for our reasons, like for our personal use, might be more beneficial for things like bikes or an additional cabinet or whatever we might decide to leave down there. But he had a great idea. This is the toilet area. It looks out onto what will eventually be a garden. The throne room as it is. This will be a dual vanity, and you can kind of see all the plugs and everything that are going to go along with that. There might also be a mini fridge in there. This is the outdoor shower. This is the regular shower. This is already covered in tile, but you can kind of see the beautiful outdoor shower. Very excited about that. But the walls that were just a second ago, let's see if I can back this up. There we go. These walls are just a little too short for the neighbors that just built the terrace, so we're going to build those up a bit. You'll still be able to see the green space, still get the benefit of the sunlight, but outdoor shower, indoor shower, and it's all going to be encased in glass. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the main floor of the house. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is basically because I realized when I was filming everything that I didn't go back out into the master. So this is a very short view, but it shows you from the very back of the house, the master kind of panoramic. So this is the most beautiful view. Creepily enough, this is looking over like where the master bed is going to be. So we're just going to keep going. So master bed, kind of see the rock wall that I was talking about right here, which I think is an amazing effect. The totally OSHA certified ladder right there. And then to the back of the property, I'm just going to stop it right here because this doesn't get any better. So you see the garden area, the grass / garden area, the leaves that are coming over onto the property. This is not different than most places in Merida. When you walk the streets, you see just a bunch of layers of concrete, but when you get behind the front doors, when you get behind the facades, it is absolutely beautiful. This, you can see the lines of the concrete and where they've smoothed the concrete on the other side. And then over here, same exact thing. This is where the steps are going to be. They are not good right now. They were 2x4s nailed to the concrete, which made it very fun to get up and down. But you can see via this view and the renderings, if you go onto my previous videos, that they are doing exactly what they said they were going to do, and in some ways going above and beyond. This distance, when you're actually on the property, actually feels significantly longer than it does in this video. But I thought that this view really kind of shows just the absolute beauty. And to be honest, to brag on him quite a bit here, Henry Ponce, when he showed us these renderings, we were like, oh, well, these are great, but you know, we'll see what we expect in the future. When we stood at this level and saw that that view was exactly what he showed us months ago, we knew we'd gone with the right person. So if you're looking to put, you know, obviously a significant investment into a property like this in Merida, I would recommend that man 100%, because this looks like it could be a computer generated rendering, and that's just a video from an iPhone. So there we go. And let's continue on with the rest of it because, you know, we love it. But that's the view, and we'll move on to the next video. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, did I say that it was green behind the concrete facades of these buildings? Come on, tell me I'm right. This is from the second floor. Now, keep in mind that our first floor is 14 feet tall. And in Merida, you can get buildings that are far taller than our first floor. Ours is actually kind of a smaller version of it, but you are very, very high. I actually stood at the edge. So this is another one of those bat scat lights, but I actually stood at the edge and looked over the pool and kind of freaked out for a second. Like, this is, I'm glad there's going to be a nice gate, a nice thing here to keep people back, because it is a very big jump down to that floor. But you can see that even though we have concrete wall, we will have garden, lots of plants over in here, and then you've got all of this green space in the neighbors' properties as well. So when you think about Merida and you see all the concrete jungle that it has become on the facades and on the streets and sidewalks, understand that behind closed doors, some amazing things do happen. So let's continue with this top floor. So here you go, the amazing greenery. But again, I had to take these in the more fisheye lens of the iPhone, and this is 4K 60 frames per second when I filmed it. I don't know what it's gonna upload to YouTube as, but this is actually what it looks like standing there. So even though it's in that kind of recessed view, that's how far back the master bedroom is. This is a huge area for the pool and the deck and the gardens and everything else, and the steps are terrifying right now. But this is what it actually feels like to be on the second floor. So this is what these buildings can look like. And then you go up the stairs, you're on a covered patio. You can kind of see over here, you see the nice concrete, but on top of us is going to be that same bamboo and an iron beam construction that we've seen so many times already in this video. So this is all going to be covered. This is the pseudo master bedroom. This is the living room. This is going to go on top of the ceiling up there for water, but there's going to be TV and living room area. And then this is all kitchen. So this big window looks onto a power pole right here. We are actually going to build a wall that goes up to our neighbor's line here. So they get to keep their nice warm feel of the bamboo or whatever wood that is and metal here. We're gonna go up to the top here. And so they get to keep their look and we get to get our privacy, because if you'll notice, there's a window right here and that goes into our second bedroom. So all sides get some privacy. I think that's a positive thing. And also, this is our 2-story courtyard, so it will feel just like a completely encapsulated courtyard. And on top of that, at the back here, as I said before, this level will rise to about 4 feet, I believe. And then if you can kind of see this black area behind, that is going to be a bit of an extension of our property on this top level. It's not going to be finished space or anything beautiful, but it is going to be a little bit more greenery and stuff like that. So what I'm standing in though is the kitchen. So this big room, this power pole will be blocked by that wall that I was just talking about. And this will be a nice, beautiful U-shaped kitchen with cabinets on this side and eventually a good view. This wall right here, which I think I show off a little bit later, but this is a better view. This wall is actually going to be completely full of cabinets. So if you're staying there for an extended period of time, if you have a lot of luggage, that is what this is built for. So at the end of the hallway, it's not unused space. TV over there. Not unused space, but very well used. This is the master bedroom for this level. Again, you kind of look on to the other master and the pool. And this is, and I'm going to stop it right there. Okay, so I did want to stop on this bathroom because you'll notice this, and anybody who's constructed a house in Merida is probably very familiar with this, or just in Mexico or hot regions in general. There is a window up here that allows airflow to go through this bathroom. So you just saw the master bedroom, and then this is a single vanity, a toilet and shower. But this room, when I stepped into it, it didn't just have airflow, it had significant airflow going in and, or I shouldn't say going in and out, but basically going through this room and up. So when you hear somebody say, when you're building in Mexico, you don't just need air conditioning, they're 100% right. And I have to fully admit that too, because I was like, I'm gonna get air conditioning. But this room, when it was going through that area, I stood in that bathroom and it was like, it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It felt like it was 65 in that room because of how much wind and how much air was just getting sucked up from that big opening at the master bedroom all the way into that. So if you have a builder that is smart enough to put these in, you will not in any way, shape, or form be disappointed. So again, this is kind of the quote unquote master bedroom bathroom, but that is the ultimate feature of it. It was incredible to see. So you kind of see where they've got some of the lines for lights and the plumbing and everything like that. There's my wonderful wife. And then this is, again, that wall that I said I was going to highlight again, but there it is. This is the second bedroom. So this is the second bedroom. And as you'll notice, it also has one of those air vents. These were two rooms that were just like, it was 90 degrees outside. I can't say it enough. And it felt like it was 65 inside. I mean, it literally, the amount of air that was flowing through this property was absolutely incredible. So again, I would say if your builder is putting those in, you are in good hands. I didn't want to walk across this because it looked very wet. It actually wasn't as wet. So you might see a couple of videos where I go across it, but this is the other bedroom. So you've got bedroom here. There's a little, I call it a smoker's porch, but they're going to knock this wall down because they're going to push that, like I was talking about in the kitchen, they're going to push that back into making this a bit bigger patio. But this is basically just an open air porch. And then this is this bedroom's master, and there's a closet somewhere in here. I believe it's either on this wall or this wall. So this wall or by the window, I think it's on this wall, is just a closet for stuff as well. So that is the second bedroom of the apartment upstairs, and we'll just let this video kind of complete through. But you see the window there, neighbor's property just kind of showing a bit there, so you can see that they're looking in. But again, I mean, this is really kind of what you pay for on the second floor, is just being able to see all that greenery, see the pool and the garden area. All right, and as I explained, this is just kind of a little bit better view of this out to the kitchen, into the courtyard area. So you have the 2-story courtyard that's eventually going to go up a little bit taller here, but this window is going to be matched by another window over here that's going to look very similar to this. This area is going to be blocked off. We'll still be able to see up here, but I think 6 foot tall ends up putting your head about there, so nobody's going to really be able to see into the other room. This will be an entire courtyard, water feature, and then a little bit more space on this side. This power pole doesn't look like much in this view, but when you see it in person, it looks like quite a lot. But that is looking down into that courtyard. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. I know that walkthrough was quite a bit, but at the same time, the evolution of this property has been absolutely incredible. And being able to see, especially the second floor, is pretty neat. The master, the main floor, the kitchen, just everything. if you're excited about it, imagine how excited we are about this place. It's just so fun to watch it be constructed and see the different ways in which this property continues to improve. We've had a lot of questions, a lot of comments. I am always excited to answer those things. I know for the beginning of this year, I personally have been kind of out of it, sick. The kids have brought home stuff from school, that kind of thing. Not COVID, but just a bunch of fun. But I try to answer all of your messages. Again, I'm going to put everything right here. At Alexander from KC is basically where you can find me on Instagram and the like. If you want to text me at 816-727-7740, you can. If you want to join our Facebook group and just ask our fellow members about anything related to Merida, whether it's travel, real estate, living in, or otherwise, just type a question in, and that's facebook.com/groups/travel, the number 2 Merida. Travel to Merida. We have a pretty awesome group. And again, alexanderhowell.com. Started a blog going, put the first one on. Hopefully you guys like it. It's a bit generic, but I figured as I get started back on it, generic is probably a good thing. And last but certainly not least, and I know this always feels like kind of the rush at the end of a video, but if you don't mind, and if you're still here, please like this video. You are here, and subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell. That will let you know anytime that I go live, whether that's live streaming or one of these videos goes live. You're going to be here for it. When a video goes live, I always try to stay in the chat so that you guys can ask me any questions that you might have during the video. And obviously live streaming, I try to make it at least an hour, sometimes more. The last one was like 100 minutes or whatever, and it ended up being pretty awesome. I really, really enjoyed that. But like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'm always happy to be here. Guys, this house has become so much more than we ever thought it could be. The pricing breakdown is not going to be fun because as we've gone through more of the house, we continue to add more and more and more, and I don't regret it at all. I know that there are going to be a lot of comments on that video when we talk about what we've put into it, but this house is so fun. We know we're not going to sell this place. My kids are going to end up owning this place because every single time we go down to Merida, we realize that falling in love with it was the easiest part, and falling more and more in love with it continues to make it easier and easier. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, a part of this channel. Again, thank you to all of the members and the Patreons. You guys just make my day when I see people join that. It drives me so much to continue to make better and better content, to make these videos better and better, and to add more and more stuff. So thank you again to the members, to the Patreons, and as always, peace.